What happens when the most powerful man in the world is gunned down in broad daylight? November 22nd, 1963, Dallas, Texas. A sunny day in Dallas, crowds cheering as the presidential motorcade glides through the streets. Suddenly, shots ring out, chaos erupts. The leader of the free world slumps forward, mortally wounded. But who pulled the trigger? Was it a lone gunman with a grudge? Or something far more sinister? A web of conspiracy reaching into the shadows of power. Today, we're diving deep into one of history's most enduring mysteries, the assassination of JFK. Did Lee Harvey Oswald act alone, or was there another shooter lurking in the grassy knoll? Buckle up, because the facts might just blow your mind. The fateful day in Dealey Plaza. Picture the scene: President John F. Kennedy riding in an open-top limousine with his wife Jacqueline, Texas Governor John Connally, and Connally's wife Nellie. They're waving to enthusiastic crowds lining the streets of Dallas. The motorcade turns onto Elm Street, passing the Texas School Book Depository. At that moment, everything changes. Multiple shots echo through Dealey Plaza. Witnesses recall hearing 3 distinct shots, most agreeing the second and third came in quick succession. Kennedy is hit first in the upper back, the bullet exiting through his throat. Then, a fatal shot strikes his head, spraying blood and fragments. Connally is wounded too, collapsing forward with shouts of alarm. Secret Service agent Clint Hill leaps onto the car as it speeds away to Parkland Memorial Hospital. Kennedy is pronounced dead just 30 minutes later. But how did this happen? Eyewitness accounts vary. Some heard shots from the depository, others thought they came from the grassy knoll ahead. One bystander, James Tague, even gets a minor cheek wound from a fragment. The chaos is immediate. People duck for cover. Police rush up the knoll, but no shooter is found there. This split-second tragedy sparks questions that linger to this day. Who was Lee Harvey Oswald? Enter Lee Harvey Oswald, the man at the center of it all. A former US Marine with a troubled past, Oswald defected to the Soviet Union as a young man, only to return disillusioned with a Russian wife and child. He espoused communist views, even starting a pro-Castro group in New Orleans where he clashed with anti-Castro exiles. Months before the assassination, he attempted to shoot a right-wing general in Dallas. Evidence later tied him to that failed attack. On the morning of the big day, Oswald carries a long package into the Texas School Book Depository where he worked, claiming it held curtain rods. Investigators later conclude it was his rifle. Witnesses spot a man matching Oswald's description in the 6th floor window, rifle in hand. After the shots, Oswald flees the building, retrieves a pistol from home, and fatally shoots Dallas police officer J.D. Tippit during a confrontation. He's arrested soon after in a theater, denying everything and claiming he's a patsy. But the evidence piles up: his palm print on the rifle barrel, fibers from his shirt on the weapon, and ballistic matches linking bullets to his gun. Oswald had bought the Italian Carcano rifle under an alias earlier that year. Photos show him posing with it and Marxist newspapers in his backyard, images his wife confirmed she took. Was this disturbed loner capable of pulling off such a precise act alone? The investigations, Warren Commission, and beyond. In the aftermath, a massive probe begins. A presidential commission led by Chief Justice Earl Warren conducts thousands of interviews and examines mountains of evidence. Their conclusion: Oswald fired 3 shots from the depository's 6th floor. The first misses or wounds Kennedy and Connally via the single bullet theory. One projectile passing through Kennedy's neck and into Connally's back, rib, wrist, and thigh. Critics call it the magic bullet for its trajectory, but experts say it's possible given the seating alignment. The second shot fatally hits Kennedy's head. No conspiracy, they say. Oswald acted alone, but doubts creep in. A later House Select Committee on Assassinations agrees Oswald fired the shots, but suggests a high probability of conspiracy based on a police audio recording implying 4 shots, one possibly from the grassy knoll. That audio, later debunked by experts as not from the assassination moment. The FBI, after 25,000 interviews and countless leads, also pins it on Oswald solo. They highlight his motive, a mix of personal failures and ideological rage, yet no hard links to the CIA, mafia, or foreign powers emerge. Despite rumors, Oswald's contacts in Mexico City with Soviet and Cuban embassies fuel speculation, but investigations find no plot. Jack Ruby, the nightclub owner who kills Oswald on live TV 2 days later, adds fuel. Was he silencing a conspirator? Ruby's conviction is overturned, but he dies before retrial, claiming no larger scheme. Conspiracy theories, grassy knoll, and hidden hands. Now, let's unpack the theories that keep this alive. A vast majority of Americans believe in a conspiracy. Why? The grassy knoll looms large. Witnesses like railroad worker Lee Bowers report commotion there, and some claim seeing smoke or figures. Films like the Zapruder footage show Kennedy's head snapping back, suggesting a front shot. Acoustic analysis once pointed to a second gunman, though discredited. Theories implicate the CIA, upset over Kennedy's Bay of Pigs fiasco, the Mafia for his brother's crackdowns, or even Cuban exiles seeking revenge. Oswald's pro-Castro leaflets and Soviet defection scream patsy to some. What about the Umbrella Man in photos, suspiciously opening an umbrella on a sunny day? A signal. Turns out he was protesting Kennedy's father, or the three tramps arrested nearby. Spies? They were hobos, cleared. Critics point to autopsy mishaps. Kennedy's body rushed from Dallas, brain missing later. But facts counter. No second shooter evidence on the knoll. No footprints, no casings. Ballistics tie all fragments to Oswald's rifle. The single bullet path aligns when you factor Kennedy leaning forward. Still, the House Committee's conspiracy hint, based on flawed audio, keeps debates raging. Polls show most doubt the lone gunman story, spawning books, films like JFK, and endless speculation. Could powerful forces have orchestrated it, or is it human nature to reject a random act by one man? Evidence against a second shooter. Digging deeper, the case for Oswald alone is strong. The rifle, hidden in the depository with 3 spent shells, matches the bullets. Oswald's quick flight, killing Tippit with witnesses identifying him. These aren't conspiracy moves. The Warren Commission notes 80% of witnesses heard 3 shots, bunched as Oswald's bolt-action rifle would fire. High-speed films recreate the head snap as a neuromuscular reaction, not a front shot. The FBI's exhaustive checks found no ties to organized plots. Even the House Committee, despite its conspiracy lean, confirmed Oswald as the shooter and couldn't name accomplices. Modern analyses, like computer models of trajectories, support the lone gunman. Oswald's life screams instability. Court-martialed in the Marines, failed defection, job hopping. He sought notoriety, once writing he'd use all means for his beliefs. Ruby, a hothead with mob ties, but his act seems impulsive, driven by grief over Kennedy. No smoking gun for others. Yet, the assassination's impact, rippling through the turbulent 1960s with more killings, makes a simple explanation hard to swallow. Kennedy's death birthed the Space Center in his name, civil rights laws, even Secret Service reforms. But the question persists, was it really just one man? What do you think? Lone wolf or hidden plot? Hit that like button if this hooked you, smash subscribe for more history mysteries, and drop a comment below. Do you buy the official story, or is there more? Share this video to keep the debate alive.